NFL kicker is now aiming to shake up Congress. Ex-Cardinal Jay Feely just kicked off a run for the House seat now held by Congressman Andy Biggs. And joining us now is Jay Feely. Great to see you, Jay. How you doing?
Great to see you too, Anna. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So you've had a successful career, not just in the NFL, but also a longtime CBS sports analyst. So why did you decide now's the right time to run for Congress?
And I had a job that I loved. I loved doing games, but there was a point where I felt like I needed to do more. You know, I think I was like a lot of Americans when you looked at what was going on in our country, from the BLM riots, COVID when we lost our liberties, looking at the DEI policies, the transgender policies, and just kind of shaking your head. And then for me, the border was a big issue. For 4 years, President Biden and the Democrats said they needed a bill passed to fix the border. President Trump did it in 3 months. So you saw the hypocrisy that existed. Really, they should stand up and they should apologize to every American that was negatively impacted by the illegals that came across, because they willingly put politics before the protection of American people. And for me, the moment that President Trump was shot, and he stood up and he yelled, "Fight," that stood out to me. And that really got me to start thinking about, what was I willing to sacrifice for my country? I had a great job. I've been so blessed. And I just decided right now was the time that I needed to step up, that I needed to be a civil servant and be willing to serve my country. And that's why I started to run for Congress.
Yeah, quite a snapshot in history that day in Butler, Pennsylvania. Are Republicans doing enough to act on President Trump's agenda in your eyes? You sound like a huge Trump supporter. So what do you think about the state of politics and the state of what Republicans are doing right now?
I certainly believe in the America First policy. I think we should embrace our country and be proud to say that we're still the best country in the world. We provide opportunity that everyone around the world wants to come here and be a part of this economy and have the freedoms that exist in our country. And the Republican Party should stand up and be behind President Trump. And we saw them come together when they passed his nominations and were able to start enacting what he's trying to do. We're trying to reset trade balance. We're trying to reset the problems that existed and make our country safer and secure for Americans across the board. And, you know, I think every Republican should stand up. They shouldn't be afraid to back President Trump and the agendas that he's trying to implement. I'm not afraid to stand up, and that's what we need in Congress. We need more people that believe in his policies, that believe in the vision that Republicans have for this country moving forward, an equal opportunity for everyone. And they shouldn't be afraid to stand up and believe in those policies and be able to advocate for them.
So tell me where your platform differs from President Trump. I mean, do you think he's going too far in any way? You know, we've got this big news out of, you know, with China and them agreeing to the pause on tariffs, but it has rattled markets. Folks are really scared about their bottom line. He campaigned on bringing down grocery prices and everyday living expenses, and that hasn't been happening in a large part. Immigration, he's got the border crossings down, yes, but is due process being followed 100% the way that it should be? Where do you, is there anywhere that you'd say, actually, I think I would do this a little bit different?
Well, I give him a lot of credit because he's the first politician in 20 years that had the fortitude to stand up for Main Street, not Wall Street, and to take a long-term perspective on our economy, to try to reset the trade imbalance and try to not only look at trade, you know, but also look at the fact that we're providing for all of Europe and Canada's defense. You know, it's a lot easier to have national health care when you're not paying for most of your national defense. You know, so it's a long-term perspective. I give him credit for that, because that was the hard decision. The easy decision was just to say, okay, I'll extend the tax cuts. I'm going to expand exploration for energy, which is going to bring down prices and bring down inflation. You know, those are the easy things to do. You know, President Trump took the long perspective. He brought in the people in his administration that he thought could implement those changes, and they're going about implementing those changes. You know, and I give him a ton of credit for that. And I think long term, that's what's going to be in the best interest of our country. And we need to have patience and be willing to see what he can do. You're already seeing this morning with the announcement on those talks with China.
All right, ex-NFL star Jay Feely launching a congressional bid. Appreciate your time today, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.